friends. Welcome to video number 2. First of all, I want to say something about last video, video number 1. The yes and no language. It's very simple. Give you some time to adapt to this language, but it's really simple. It's just to remember your true feelings. When it feels fine, when it feels nice, it's a yes. When you get a smile on your face, it's a yes. When you feel it's good, it's a yes. So concentrate on the yes. It's very basic. It's like to learn how to ride a bicycle. First it's very tough to do it. Then when you can handle a bicycle, it's going automatically. And it's good to understand this, and I think you agree. When you're a little child, it starts very early. People tells you how you should act, how you should think. If you're a boy, you should be in a certain way. If you're a girl, you should be in another way. And all people, we have this pressure from our parents, from the society, from school, in our working places. We have like it's a very strong pressure actually. Everybody teach us to be in a certain way, so you don't stick out in the system, wherever you are, whatever system you are in at the moment. And this yes and no language is a very good way to, in a very simple way, really investigate what you really want. That's why this yes and no language is such a great tool. So I hope you did your homework from last week. And remember, continue to practice this language. So today, in this lesson, you're going to learn a second language. It's the 1 to 20 language. It's another very practical tool. And very soon I'm going to show you, I'm going to use a paper and pen and show you a model for this 1 to 20 language. Yes. So this language, 1 to 20 language, is very similar in many ways as the yes and no language. The yes and no language, there you can feel in if it's a yes and no. With the 1 and 20 language, you can specify different things. And actually, this whole education change. Then we're talking about your intuition, this fantastic tool in your private life and in your working life. So that's why I told you before, and I'll tell you again, just relax, have a nice time, just enjoy the show. Because I'm going to tell you the same thing all over again. From different angles, from the left, from the right, from up, from underneath. So you can really get the chance to understand and learn these things. And for example now, use the yes and no language and feel in when I say this. This is really profound knowledge. And it's made in a very simple way. Because if you learn things and if it's too complicated and you cannot use it in your daily life, I mean, then maybe you don't have so much joy out of it. And maybe you cannot use it that much. That's my opinion, anyway. So the 1 and 20 language, it's a model. And it's about to find out what is good to put your energy into. Because, as you already know, we put so much resources, so much time, so much effort into things that we don't really want to do. So, now I'm going to show you the 1 to 20 language. 1 to 20 language. Here you see this chart I was talking about. Later on, I want you to do the chart on your own and use a pen and a paper. As you see here, it's a basic chart. And this axis over here, it's about honesty. And this axis over here is about frequency, lightness or speed. I'm going to explain it later on. And the most important number in this chart is number 12. Number 12 in honesty and number 12 in frequency. And now, I draw a line here and also here from this number 12. And here we have a very important point, what we call the nice point. To be even more easy to look, I do like this. Maybe you think now, what is this? And I was thinking the same thing when I found out about this model myself earlier. But it's a very, very efficient tool. As I said, honesty and lightness, speed, frequency. What do I mean with this? Yeah, honesty is quite easy. Honesty is about honesty, to be honest. Is it honest? Frequency, lightness and speed, it's about if something is light, is it easy? Is it like a high frequency? We sometimes talk about high frequency, it's light, it's high speed, it's easy going. So, for example, if I have a relationship with an old friend that I have met for many years, and now I feel it don't give me energy anymore, but me and my friend, we keep on meeting every month because we have done so for 15 years. And with this chart and with this 1 to 20 language, I can feel into this meeting with my friend. Before, a long time ago, we had so much fun and it gave us so much energy. But if I now go in and being really honest with this relationship, I feel into this and I can feel how honest is this meetings we have, me and my friend. And I feel in and I can feel it's like from 1 to 20, when the 20 is the maximum and 0 is nothing, I can feel it's 4. In this scale it's 4 out of 20. And then I feel into this meeting with my friend. How light is it? What kind of a frequency is it? I can feel into this, and it's it's also number 4. So then I go from 4 in honesty, or here, and 4 in lightness. Then I have a point here. Old friend. Then I take another example. Yesterday, actually it was today, this day, I was on the beach and I saw a very beautiful person, and I walked up to this lady and told her that she was very beautiful, and it made her very happy, and she put this very beautiful smile on her face, and she said something nice to me, and then I walk further on. But it felt really, really good. So if I go into this chart now and feel how honest was this meeting, very short meeting. I followed my heart, I walked up to this lady, and if I feel into this, I feel this is a 20. From 1 to 20 it's a 20. And how light was this? I feel into this, it's also 20. It felt really great, and I could see of her reaction, she also felt this was really nice. So honesty 20, and light and speed 20. So I put a smile here. Now you can see here with these 2 examples. Here we have this nice point. The thing in this model, in this 1 to 20 language, here is the nice point. Everything above here, up here, more than 12 in honesty and more than 12 in lightness. Here where it's nice to be. We can take another example. I asked one of my crew here, Alexandro Maria, do you have a suggestion what we can try? Maria, can you say something? Just take an example of anything.
Going to a football game.
Okay. Can you give me a specific game?
The last Sunday, home premiere for Gothenburg Athletic Society.
Yes. So then, can you feel into how was it to go to this and visit this football game?
In honesty, it was 18, and in lightness, speed, it was 19.
Okay. So honesty 18, and over on this axis 19, you said, yeah?
Yeah.
So then we have this cross here, and I put football. Thank you, Maria. Do you have another example? Something else that we can put on the chart?
I have old friend that keeps calling me that I don't want to talk to, actually. I have no interest in keeping that contact. And that is 2 in honesty and a 1 in speed.
Okay, thank you. 2 and 1, it's down here. I put old friend. Thank you, Maria. Then I can take another example. For example, I think politics. Politics, for me, politics is not very honest, and I think it's mostly very, very slow. And if I go in and feel into this, and when we say this to feel in, it's like the yes and no language. You have to practice this, but it's very easy actually. And I can explain to you how you can do. Now Maria, she had practiced this a lot, so she's very quick. But the first time she learned this, she was not that quick. But then you can do like this. Now I'm thinking out loud. Okay, politics. What do I feel about this? Okay, then you can try a number. I try 15. And I feel nothing. And you can use your hand a little bit like this if you like. I try 19. I try 9. I put 0. Whoops. Something happened. This is how I do sometimes. So for me now, I try different numbers. So you get going. So for me, in honesty, politics, it was a 0. Then I can try again, lightness. How much speed is it in politics? Then I try 15. And I go straight down to 0. And it's coming up. The energies for me is like coming up. You can try with this arm, it's really working. So for me, politics ends up down here. Politics. Then I ask Maria again, have you ever been in love, Maria?
Yes.
Okay. If you like to share, if you go in to think about when you like to a specific situation with this specific person and feeling, a special situation when you like felt something really nice with this person, when you fall in love with this person. Can you
Yes.
get this moment? Okay. So how if you feel, how honest was this love?
20.
How light was this
20.
love? Okay. You can hear when Maria. I think I never heard her answer this quick. But it was, and everybody, and Alexander also feels. I think the man behind the camera. He's smiling now. Anyway, so. I could feel, and I think you could feel also, it was like a 2020 smile, and I put love up here. Okay. I think you can see how this works. It's everything that and we teach here is very basic, it's very easy, but it's enormously efficient. So this chart you can use. And what you can see here also, usually it ends up like this. Can you see here? The things, either it's very down here or it's very up here. Most of the times it always ends up like this. Why? Yeah. It's the same thing like I said before about avoid the word maybe. Maybe I have not said this before. Maybe it was a workshop I had earlier. We were filming, but then I tell you right now about avoid the word maybe. Yes. So I can explain to you about this word maybe, this word that I think is very good to avoid. if you should be really honest, when you use this word maybe, in real life, if you falling in love with somebody, the word maybe does not exist actually. Either it's yes or it's no. And if you use this word maybe, perhaps, you lose energy, you lose focus. Because most of the time, if we are really honest, I think, for example, somebody asks you, do you want to do that, or shall we do this? And maybe you feel, I don't want to do it, but you don't want to hurt anybody, so you say, maybe. You know, this is just an example, and I think you understand. It's better to be honest to yourself and to your friend and say no. You can feel it. It gives much more energy. So if we go back now to the chart, you can see here, it's the things we check out is either down here or up here. This maybe it's like more down in the middle here. And it's not so many things here. And you can try it out yourself later. Because the homework for next week is to make a chart like this. It's nice to use some different colors, so it's more fun to do it. And the homework is to put in 15 different things. 15 different things. And then you can do as me and Maria and Alexander have done, these kind of stuff. But you can also take, what kind of food do you like? What kind of things you like to do in your free time? You can go into your working life. You can go into different situations when you meet different people, maybe your boss or an employee of yours or something. Pick 15 things and feel into this 1 to 20 in honesty and 1 to 20 in frequency, lightness and speed. And you're going to get a chart like this with different points in your chart. So that's the homework for next week. Yes. So how can you use this chart? How can you use the 1 to 20 language? First of all, I want to remind you again, the whole thing with this education is to think in another way. Think in a new way. Think in a new, fresh way. Like I said before, it starts when you're a little baby. People starts to tell you what to do and how to look and all these things. So remember, it's about to see things in a different way. So how can you use this chart? Yeah, it's very basic actually. Most of us, we have limited of time. At least we feel we have limited of time. Why? Because we do so much things down here. Down here. All these things here. Try to just take it out. Take it out. And concentrate on these things up here. Love, smile and football. And different things. So when you go to do your homework, you're going to see, if you do it very seriously, you're going to see a lot of things happening, ending up here. It can happen here as well. But this is why we use this 12. Under 12, okay, it can be nice to have 9 and 9. But why put any energy into this? Because, as we said, usually we have limited of time and limited of resources. So here, it's nice to be up here. We want to be up here. This is why we have this 1 to 20 language. It's so, it becomes so clear where we don't want to put our time. It can be interesting to be here because you learn, of course, but I have a very strong feeling the ones who is doing this education, they are quite tired of these things. It's boring. You don't get any energy of this. So this is how you can use this chart. I like to ask you, Maria, how do you use this? Can you say something about this? How it's useful for you?
Yes. Actually, even if I haven't thought about it until now, I don't almost have any things underneath 12 anymore, since I've been practicing this for like half a year, 6-7 months. I just don't do it. I can be in a situation where I'm going to do something beneath 12, and then I just end up not doing it. And I don't care what people think about it, because it's my energy and it's my time that gets spoiled. And I don't have time for that, actually. So I have been practicing a lot with this, comparing relationships, jobs, what to do in my spare time. And now it's just in the backbone that you just, I don't always think about it, but I just take it away.
Thank you. So it was good, Maria. Thank you for sharing. It's another thing. It's very good to share things, be honest and share things. When we started this filming, we have not saying something about somebody should share here in this studio. So I like to thank you for sharing, Maria, because it's important. I think the viewers also think so. It was very good now when you say friends. You can use this, for instance, take 10 of your friends and put them in here and see where, feel into this honesty and lightness and put them here. You know, your different friends, see where they end up. And it's not like some person is a better person or a less good person. It's nothing about that. Maybe, like I said before, some life is going in different phases. And maybe you have a friend and you get a lot of energy out from each other, and then something changes in your life, and all of a sudden this friend who gave you a lot of energy before gives you nothing, ends up down here somewhere. This is how it works. So that's a good way to use it. Yes, Maria wants to say something.
I just wanted to say an example about this. That if I don't get any energy in the situation, I don't give energy to other people that I'm sharing it with as well. So I had one person that I almost got a pain in my stomach when that person called and I had to talk to him. And then one day I just said, I don't have anything against you, but this relationship is just giving me nothing, so I don't want you to call again. And I thought that maybe he would be sort of annoyed or sad about that, but he was just cool and he said, oh, I understand, I feel the same, good luck with your life. And that was a huge relief for both me and him, because he had probably been feeling the same.
Yes. It was very good that Maria said this, because it reminds me to tell you that if you have something you want to do or say to something, and you can feel it's 20 in honesty and 20 in lightness. I have tried this for 10 years, and it never goes wrong. if you feel strong, that for example now when I walked up to this lady on the beach today and gave her a compliment in a little special situation, I knew of experience that she's not going to feel bad for this, because I have tried it so many times. So if you feel something very strongly, it always benefits also for the other person. That's very good to know, and you can try it out. Because like I always say, don't believe anybody except yourself, but you can use this yes and no language and feel in if, wow, should I listen to Michael? Should I believe Maria? You can try the yes and no language. That's how to get to know yourself better. Yes, congratulations to everybody. Now I want to summarize this video number 2. And the important thing we have learned today here is about the 1 to 20 language. And if you think it seems like complicated or it don't feel like comfortable, so give it a chance and do your homework. Grab a pen and a piece of paper and make this chart. And then we have talked about one axis is about honesty, and the other axis, 1 to 20, it's about frequency, lightness, speed. And what you doing is that you go into different situations, different people, maybe different food, and then you feel into yourself, like you have learned with the yes and no language. What do I get in honesty 1 to 20 or 0 to 20? And if you don't get the number immediately, try with different numbers. Try 19, try 20, try 5, try 7. And I can promise you, when you hit the right number, you feel it's the right number. It's like the yes and no language. Then you do the same thing with the both axes, and then you put a point. For example, if you get an 18, you put a point there, make a cross, and you write down what it was all about. And then you're going to see a pattern. And like what we said, you like to be over the nice point. And the nice point is over 12 in honesty and 12 in frequency. I hope you have as much fun as we have when we do this education. And one more thing I want to say is that if you find out something you want to try a little bit in a different way how to do these things, so try it. This education is open for anything. And also I want to say, if you have any questions, I have very deep respect. If you feel I don't understand, this is impossible, don't panic, just relax, but please try to do your homeworks and just relax. And if you feel, send an email and we're going to answer you as quick as we can. So, a last reminder about the homework. Put in 15 different things in the chart. And of course you have to do the chart. Put in 15 things. And have a beautiful week. And have a great time. And see you next week. Thank you very much. Bye.